Almost 2 years ago, I filmed this. I was barely making minimum payments on my credit cards and I was completely overwhelmed. But today, my entire paycheck plus my Target side hustle paycheck is going to one thing and one thing only. Finally killing the remaining $2,500 balance on my credit card. This isn't just a payday routine. This is a full circle moment and we're going to be celebrating by reacting to where this journey all started. If you're new here, my name is Rachel. I live in the Tampa Bay area. I rent this lovely apartment. I am an empty nester of two girls that are grown and gone and doing their own thing. One's in the army, one's a stay-at-home mommy. She made me a grandma for the first time. I am a dog mom to a cute little French bulldog. I am a corporate salary employee. I make $70,000 a year prior to taxes. Paid off my car in 2023, and I do have a couple of debts. I have $2,500 left on a Citi Double Cash credit card with 0% interest. And I have about $91,000 of student loans that we need to start cracking on. By the time you're watching this video, I will have paid off all my credit card debt. Yay! 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 We're also going to be celebrating this moment by reacting to the video where all of this started. If you want to be able to track your debts just like I did and was able to pay them off, or you want to build up or start a high yield savings account, or maybe you just want to budget your paycheck better and track your expenses, I do have a payday budgeting template available for purchase from my stand store. I will have it linked in the description of this video. It's only $5. You're able to budget, like I was saying, track your expenses. You're able to track your debts using an amortization schedule and kind of run the numbers. If you change the interest rate or whatever, you'll be able to track and stay on top of your debts, as well as get yourself started with a high yield savings account. There is an entire high yield savings account tracker in there. All the math is built into the workbook. It is for an entire 12 months. You can use it year after year. And if you have any questions, I'm always available. I always say that. Feel free to reach out to me personally if you have any questions or customizations that you would like. It is also a way for you to support me. If you want to give me any money, you can buy the budgeting template in my stand store. That's linked in the description of this video. I've got my trusty dusty little laptop over here and we're gonna dive into all the numbers. Y'all, I'm so excited. But I feel like we need to take a moment because there's a lot going on here. And I want to open my laptop so that way we can be accurate with the numbers. I am getting paid $698 and some change for my Target paycheck. And then on top of that, I will get my regular paycheck from my regular job. And now keep in mind that October, I've already covered my rent with my last paycheck from September. So first half of the month kind of stuff taken care of. I will get paid again on the 17th of October for my big girl job and from Target. I get paid on the same day for both jobs. And then I can take care of all my mid-month stuff with that, energy, car insurance. I do need to get an oil change and possibly there might be a leak or something, but I'm going to go to a different mechanic. So hopefully we're just going to set aside some funds for that. Any stuff for Scout, and then I'll have another paycheck at the very end of October, which can take care of my rent for November. So we're going to be running on fumes for the next 2 weeks because, like I said, I'm getting $698 from my Target paycheck, and I'm getting $1,909.47 after taxes, after my high yield savings account contribution. Oh no, we're not doing the high yield. We're doing the Roth. After taxes, after my Roth IRA contribution, and after 5% goes into my 401k, that's when I'm bringing home $1,909.47 plus the $698. So we're going to have a little bit extra. And like I said, I like to keep anywhere from like $1,000, $500 to $2,500 in my checking account. That way I don't get overdrawn. Now, I'm not going to lie. We're going to have to be so so cheap over the next 2 weeks to be able to pull off paying off the credit cards, because we're going to have to dip into that little bit of money that we keep in our checking account to get gas and groceries, plus the $98 and some change left over from my Target paycheck. So that will help get us by. We're going to have to be cheap. I was even thinking about it. I was like, can we just get by with peanut butter and jelly? But I know that I won't be satiated. If I'm not satiated, I'm walking around hungry for 2 weeks. That's not going to be good with the amount of hours that I work for both jobs and all the things that I have to do. Like, I have to feed my brain in order to be doing my big girl job. So I might do chili again, because it was relatively, I thought, cheap, and it filled me up, and I actually like chili. So I might do chili for the next 2 weeks in a row, which is going to be diabolical because I like chili and I don't want to get to a point where I hate chili. But I know it's cheap, it keeps me satiated, and I like it. So I think that's what we're going to do. Currently, I haven't paid my rent. I'm about to pay that. I meant to do that before I made this video. I just ran out of time. But I'll have about $700 left in my checking account after I pay my rent. It's a little bit less than I like to keep in there. And we're going to be, that's why I said we're going to be cheap over the next 2 weeks on what we're doing as far as gas and groceries and any coffees out and everything. And I want to celebrate this moment of paying off my credit cards, but I fear we'll have to do a little delayed gratification. And next payday, maybe I can go out, get a meal or get a coffee, nothing crazy, one or the other, to celebrate me paying off my credit cards. But I'm so excited. I'm freeing myself. So now we can start dumping all of our Target paychecks onto our student loans. Now the balance is at $91,000. So we better get hustling. I haven't decided how I'm going to split my student loan payments, because I have subsidized and unsubsidized, and I'll put the balances on the screen, which honestly I'm so afraid, and I don't like looking at my account because the balances are so high, and I'm so dumb for not starting this student loan debt payoff journey earlier and being delusional. That's all I'm going to say on that, because I don't want to beat myself up. But yeah, we're going to start dumping all of our Target paychecks. Don't know what I'm going to split that with. I'm kind of going to fill it out the first few payments and see how that goes. I don't have the bandwidth to make an amortization schedule at this moment, but that's what I would like to do. But I kind of want to see how the first couple payments do, because I plan on paying more than the amount of interest that's accruing every single month, which is about $500. I plan on paying more than that every month, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to shake out, because obviously part of my payment that I'm making is going to go to the monthly interest, and then the other part is going to go to the back interest, so I'm not quite sure. Anyway, enough of all of that. I won't bore you with all that. We'll get into all of that when the time comes in a few weeks. Someone gave me this idea in my comment section to react to the video where all of this started, and since we're celebrating paying off my credit cards, we're clearing out the $2,500 balance on there. I thought we would react to the video where all of this started. I have it pulled up. Oh goodness. Where is it? April 12th, 2024. I posted this video. Get into this. I am broke. I just have to sit with that for a moment, because quite honestly, it's very uncomfortable to say that, and to say that to so many people. Potentially millions of people on the internet could see this video. And I thought that I would pull out a few clips and react to them. The video is like 17 minutes long, and I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm not going to play the entire video. I'll have it linked in the description of this video if you want to go and watch it. It's very cringy, very embarrassing when I went and watched it to pull out the clips that I want to react to, and I have so much to say about the few clips that I pulled. So without further ado, let's get into the reaction of my own content. I think my University of Phoenix degree is in accounting, And then I have a bachelor's of science. A major is accounting and a minor in finance as well from Western Carolina. You think your degree is in accounting? Girl, it is in accounting. You have 2 accounting degrees, technically. Yes, technically you have 3 accounting degrees because you have an accounting degree, which I don't know if you call it an accounting degree, but that's what Axia calls it. It's the Junior College of University of Phoenix. But accounting degree from there. I have an accounting degree from University of Phoenix, and then I have an accounting degree from Western Carolina University. I have 3 accounting degrees. 2 of them are bachelor's and 1 is just a junior college, whatever you call that. Anyway, yeah, like, you're crazy, you're delusional. Obviously, when I look back on this video, I'm like, wow, so unsure of yourself, lack of confidence, lack of self-esteem. But like I said in this video at some point, that I had so much debt that I felt, and because I thought that I couldn't get ahead because I wasn't budgeting, that I felt like I was falling back into my depressive state. And yeah, so girl, you're delusional, crazy. Get some self-esteem and come back, okay? I don't want to be too hard on myself, but we need to be a little bit harsh, okay? I feel like I'm drowning and I'm starting to fall back into that old, like, kind of depression mindset. And it's kind of disheartening because I feel like I've worked so hard to just say, it is what it is. You're doing all that you can, Rachel, and you need to give yourself grace because... Are you doing all that you can? Are you? Look at you now. Now I would say you're doing all that you can. Yeah, maybe you didn't want to get a second job. Who does? Life goes on. Get the second job. You were so stupid and you wasted so much time that you could have been paying off your credit card debts and working on your student loans. And now look at you. Now look at you. You were not doing all that you could. Like, who are you? That I have applied to get my University of Phoenix loans forgiven, and I applied in July of 2022. And we're in April of 2024, and my application is still pending. I know a lot of people are mad about people applying for forgiveness, but quite honestly, I feel like I was so defrauded. I didn't understand everything about college and loans and Pell Grants, and I didn't understand any of that. And no one at University of Phoenix took the time to really go over that. And I will say, I have encountered so much hate for me just saying that I want my University of Phoenix loans, my student loans, forgiven. Like, people have so much rage for people that want student loan forgiveness, which is literally so stupid because so many big corporations get bailouts and handouts all day long. But we, the working class, the people that make this country run, you can have Target, you can have Walmart, you can have the big box, this and that, but if you don't have the workers working there, us, you would be nothing without us. We deserve a little bit of something. If you're going to break off the big corporations, break us off a little something as well. Now I have $13,412.39 in credit card debt that's been accumulating over the years. I've paid it down, but I've never been able to pay it off. It's been this dark cloud looming over my life for the last several years. $13,412.39 in credit card debt as of April 2024. And now, wow, that, I don't want to say, that took me a long time to get to here, where now we're credit card debt free. But October 2025? You did your big one, girl. You did. I'm still going to talk with my TikTok internet slang that everyone got mad at me for in this video. Yeah, I am chronically online. I'm still going to say you did your big one. Because I did. I paid off my credit cards. It took you over a year because, bitch, you didn't get a second job. Like, but we have arrived. I've spent my credit cards on frivolous things.
I'm not gonna lie.
I spent it on things that brought me and my kids joy. And I spent it on things that I felt like I needed to spend it on in the moment. I remember recording this video and just not wanting to be as vulnerable. I will say, I stand by, I did use my credit cards for gas and groceries. Like, clearly, that's a bad core memory, traumatic memory that is locked in my head forever. I don't remember the street, the Publix, is it Publix? Harris Teeter was on, but I remember using my credit card to buy groceries, and I would go with my friend who was much younger, but we went to school together, so we knew each other from school. And, after we graduated, we both worked for the same company. She actually helped me get my job there. Her dad helped her out and paid for a lot of things. She didn't have any student loans. She wasn't a single mom. She did things right, and I was never jealous of her, but I was like, gosh, she's paying with her debit card. She makes really good money, and I'm over here paying for my groceries with my credit card. Now, I will say, yes, I had a very depressive outlook on life at that time, and I did use my money or my credit cards to buy stupid things that I don't even own to this day, don't even have, don't know what I spent my money on. So I did spend it on a lot of stupid things, but I also just spent it on just trying to get by, which I think a lot of people use their credit cards just to get by. But potentially, we could use our credit cards. We could stop using our credit cards just to get by if we actually applied a little bit of financial wisdom and budgeting. Because look at me now. I have gum disease, I think, so I'm going to Mexico because they're going to treat it for a much less than they can here in the United States. Bitch, you didn't have gum disease. You just hadn't been to the dentist in probably 8 years, so you had a lot of plaque on your teeth. But good for you for going to Mexico and getting dental work done with no insurance and getting it done for much cheaper. And you got some cavities filled, so good for you for taking care of your dental hygiene. Try to get a buy down or get that reduced. They said no. They said I could do a balance transfer, but there's a 3% fee, and by the time I do that, I just feel like I'm adding on to my debts, and it's just a little overwhelming at the moment. Girl, future you is talking to older you. You did the balance transfer. It really wasn't that bad. It was 3%, and now look at you, credit card debt free. Do the damn balance transfer, okay? Stop trying to get out of adulting activities. Yes, they're not fun. No one likes to do them, but get them done anyway. So, from that overwhelmed person in the old video to now a $0 balance credit card, I'm not gonna lie, the next 2 weeks are gonna be tight. But this feeling, this is what the grind is for. Financial freedom isn't the destination, it's for moments like this. Okay, I love y'all, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!